Dude, I remember when I was a teenager, I worked at
Suspenders.
Leon's men's store selling shoes and like men's clothing and stuff. And there I was, like me and another employee. I put on like the size 54 pants, and I'm like, "Ooh, look at me, look at me, look at me. We could both fit in these." And then a guy came to that part of the store where those were appropriate for him.
Oh,
And it was like, oh, awkward. I'll just hold these up and put them on the shelf. Can I help you with anything?
That's so funny. Look at me. I'm a big fat idiot. He just comes around the corner.
was Married with Children popular at the time?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever think about how you were selling shoes like Al Bundy?
Oh, we all did. Yeah. We were self-aware. But
That's Married with Children is a little bit lost to time. I don't know where to watch it, but I feel like it could get a like new breath breathed into it in this modern age if people discovered it, because it's hilarious.
one of my coworkers, he was like a grown-up, like fully functional, like adult living on his own. He was old. Like to me, wildly old, maybe 50. And he used to be a mortician. And now he's selling shoes with me. And I always thought, like, how did you fall so far?
Yeah.
He
When I
used
was
to be
selling cars, I was 19, and there was a guy there who had failed at some sort of wear a suit to the board meeting kind of job. And he still kind of had the suit and the haircut, but nothing else. And it was like, shit. Like everybody else kind of seems like they're either hustlers or fuck ups in there. Like that's how a lot of the guys, there's hustlers and there's fuck ups. Like Peyton, the guy that trained me, was a hustler. He made his 10 or 15 grand every fucking month, and he didn't work hard doing it, and he blew it all on strippers and whores. And that was his move. And then there was like fuck ups in there. There was a guy with I guess Tourette's. He had like a lot of tics, like bad ones. Like he was moving around and clickety clacking, and it was bad. But he was enormous, so you didn't want to make fun of him. He's like 6'6", 300 pounds. He's a giant man. He's the guy that almost beat me up one day because I'm 19. You got to keep in mind, I'm just out of high school, and I'm in this work environment with these grown ass men who probably are not happy to come to work every day like me. I'm loving it. Every day I come to work, I might sell a $75,000 vehicle.
Look at me, I'm a grown up.
Look at me, I got a fucking tie on. Look at this shit. I don't know how to tie it. If this knot comes undone, I'm in trouble.
Did you just loosen it every day and then set it aside for the next day? I did that too for a while.
Still do. I don't know.
Can you tie a tie now?
Not. I like a double Windsor. I don't like the basic, simple, like easy knot.
I can only do that one you don't like.
No, I just do simple,
asymmetrical.
Quick and easy.
The single one is asymmetrical. It goes to one side, but the double Windsor, it has this wide sort of like symmetrical look to it. I don't need some crazy like.
So how do you get the double Windsor?
I get my mommy to tie my tie, or my girlfriend, or whoever, and then I never untie it. And I know how to loosen it enough to then, like, if it needs to be like straightened up and made longer or whatever. But if it comes undone, there's a video on YouTube.
I just use YouTube videos. Yeah,
couldn't do it.
You couldn't figure it out.
There was like.
There's one where like the guy is like he has the camera like looking down at the angle you would see, and that's the one I used like before meetings. I
remember spending like 30 minutes trying to do it the night before going to court one time, and finally calling a girl, be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Want to come over? Great.
Hey, I'm a total man child, and I need you to."
I don't know how to tie that bitch.
I do like a reverse Uno on Kyle. Like, hey, I was just thinking about you. You want to come over? And you get there, and there's like an IKEA nightstand to be assembled. You owe me, bitch.
The sink is leaking violently.
Right?
Get on that. No, but I think I took, again, I was like 19. This guy's 40 something and like not happy to be there like me. And he had the ink pad that a stamp goes to, because we would stamp things often. We had stamps, and I took the ink and I put it on his earpiece of his phone.
That's pretty funny.
And then I called him through the internal line from like 15 feet away.
Oh my God.
He didn't think it was funny, Woody.
You didn't get it?
The joke was lost on him entirely.
Oh.
He grown man yelled at me.
That was your initial rainfly situation, wasn't it?
Dude, that was not. Yeah, that was the first, but not the last time that I was screamed at by a colleague for just over, being a habitual line stepper, I guess, as 19-year-old me. I like to prank people. There's a lot of downtime. We had balloons in the showroom, you can imagine, and on Saturdays it was a big to-do getting the red, white, and blue balloons done. Everybody pitch in and we tie them and hang them everywhere. I'd get a balloon and I would tape it to the back of the bathroom door, and then I'd put a staple on the wall. And it's one of those bathrooms that's got a real echo to it. It's just a bad design for a bathroom because every shit sounds like a disaster. But when you'd open the door, that balloon would explode like a gunshot next to your head. And I would do that to people all day long.
I would fucking hate like the stage I am in life right now. If I had to work with your 19-year-old prankster ass, I was
robbing the vending machine and shit. I was robbing the vending machine, and the general manager comes by. General manager,
did you do that? Just get it to fall.
Lock it all the way. And I was like, wait a minute, and the thing starts turning. It's not locked, and I'm like opening the entire front of the Pepsi machine like a big door, and then there's all the sodas. They're 20-ounce bottles, and I'm getting them. I'm stealing them actively in front of everyone.
Just take them from the top, and no one knows.
No, this is a put $1 in, get a soda machine.
I'm following, but I thought when you open the door, they'd all be stacked vertically, and you just take the top 6 or something.
I think there's like rows where where it feeds it out. Right?
There's a mechanism where at the bottom you can slide them out and get them, but because he's left the machine unlocked. Do you follow him?
Yeah,
I think I'm not picturing it right, but I can follow.
You've seen a soda machine outside of a establishment. You put money in a soda machine and get a soda out. It's one of those machines. He's left it unlocked. I've opened it completely, and I'm robbing it of its contents.
And I am pilfering the pop,
like openly robbing this thing in the middle of the day. And the general manager walks by. By the way, this is the middle of the showroom. I'm not hiding this. General manager walks by.
This is the showroom. It's not even like the back of the.
No, this is right in the front. Everybody's looking. And the general manager walks by. He goes, "Kyle, what the fuck?" And I'm like, he left it open. He's like, "Oh shit." He did a little sneaky hop over, like he was in a cartoon, and took 3 from me and left. Didn't give a fuck. That guy was great. That guy was definitely a criminal, outside of the car.
So were you?
Well, I was
stealing all that soda.
19-year-old me, I needed my caffeine. I had to put a good day's work in.
You had to get amped up.
Yeah, and I'm stealing from the small businessman, not my coworkers. You can't have that floating around.
Can't be. Yeah, you can. No, they've got ways, because otherwise one sneeze would be a cataclysm.
It's a closed loop of water. You cannot be losing those loads, especially not locking load voluminous loads. Like after a while, you'd be running low on station water if you don't consume those loads.
You just slowly deplete the system of zinc.
I enforce the same rule in this house. Not be swallowed.
Not a drop shall be spilled. My seed is precious.
That's a very grew up in the Great Depression style of blowjobs. Don't you waste it.
You just gave me the worst mental image of my grandmother ever.
And back then we swallowed every load because you never knew when the next one was coming.
Well, it was the Dust Bowl, and they were sloppy blowjobs. I'll tell you, I won't lie.
The Dust Bowl is actually what my grandfather called my grandmother's pussy.
She hated it. Really awkward Thanksgivings.
Made for weird Thanksgivings, but it was funny for us as kids.
Did the Dust Bowl happen because of the lack of crop rotation?
I don't fucking know. I would believe you if you said it did.
Yeah. That's my understanding. I think that we didn't rotate our crops. We grew too much corn or too much wheat or whatever somewhere, and they sucked all the nitrogen out of the soil or something like that. And then the soil turned to dust and blew away after the drought. And then it was an absolute ecological disaster that lasted for years in the Midwest.
Google AI says it was a prolonged drought, poor agricultural practices, so perhaps, and high winds.
Okay. How long did that last?
Years. It was if you watch the movie Interstellar, which is the premise for Interstellar, for the reason that they need to find a new planet is a blight that is slowly mutating from crop to crop and eliminating them. And so now they're living on corn. And because they're living on corn, they're running into those same agricultural practices, which is not rotating your corn with other crops. And so they're sucking all of one nutrient out of the soil, not replacing it at all. and soon the soil is going to turn into that Dust Bowl environment. And so they used images and I think historical footage from the original Dust Bowl in that movie. But when people were referring to like how the new Dust Bowl was, it's a fun little part of Interstellar.
I looked it up. Lasted from 1930 to 1940, although 34 to 36 was the height of it.
Already dealing with the depression, right? Can you imagine? Like you're already dirt fucking poor, and then the dirt blows away.
Yeah, and you can't even like have beer because alcohol is illegal. What an awful time.
Oh, they had beer.
I think of that as the 20s. When was alcohol legal?
Yeah, Prohibition was earlier.
Was that over by the 30s?
I don't know. I'm not calling you wrong. I thought maybe you knew.
So.
Oh, never mind then. I guess they could drown their sorrows of their fucking dusty plane they're living in.
Plus, I think it was. They had cocaine and cola, right?
He's kind of right. There's overlap. 1920 to 1933.
To 33.
Oh, okay. Man, that was what a crazy time for them to just be like, "Hey, no more of this." Do you know how many Irish people we had in the country? Do you know how can you
No.
they must have threatened to burn down city halls all across the nation.
When you hear things like this, it makes you realize why old people call us pussies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because they're assholes.
Yeah.
I've lived through more world-changing events than they can even shake a stick at, and they don't know their email address. Get the fuck out of here with that. You went through one war and you didn't have to fight in it, old lady. What do you stay at home and flick your bean while you blew some draft dodging coward with a limp? Get out of here. I don't care about your old timey stories. What you fought in Vietnam? I don't care. Like our generation fought in like 3 goddamn wars and they poisoned us in every one of them. And then we lost every one of them. And
we lost every one of them. Dude, we are our franchise is going through a dry spell right now. But all we need is one more chance at the cup.
We just need one star to turn us around.
Yeah, exactly. We just need one victory.
We're one player away from winning this.